All right, let's talk about Andrew Tate. You know the name. Social media, kickboxing, all the controversy. The guy is everywhere. And now, get this, after years away from the professional ring, he's planning a comeback. So the big question we're diving into is, why? Why would one of the most famous guys on the planet want to get back into the ring, a world of pure pain and super high stakes? Okay, so to really get this, you have to look at this quote. He sees his recent past, we're talking jail, house arrest, all of it, not as a legal issue, but as one continuous fight. And here's the kicker. In his mind, that fight has only made him sharper. Right, so this is where it gets really interesting. You know, most fighters who make it big, think Mayweather, think Tyson, they cash out. They hang up the gloves or maybe do a big, flashy exhibition fight for a giant payday. But Tate? He's going the other way. He's jumping right back into the fire. So what gives? Well, if you ask Tate, it's pretty simple. The one thing that kept him going through all that was training. And not just a little bit. We're talking 5-6 hours a day. Every single day. It's like he's been charging up a battery, building all this focus. And now he's saying it would be a total waste not to use it. You know, this is actually something he's been thinking about for years. Way back when he was a broke kickboxer, just trying to pay the bills, he would apparently ask himself this all the time. What would it be like to train for a fight if I was rich, with all the resources in the world? And well, now he gets to find out. All right, so let's break this down. Fighting then versus fighting now. Because trust me, it is a whole different ballgame for him. Check out this number. 300 quid. That's what his coach had to fight tooth and nail just to get him for a pro fight back in the day. I mean, think about that for a second. 300 pounds. That barely covers your gear, let alone your bills. So, yeah, it's pretty safe to say he wasn't in it for the money back then. And the difference now? I mean, it's night and day. He went from fighting to literally keep the lights on to now a world where money is zero issue. He's got the best doctors, the best recovery gear, the best equipment, you name it, he's got it. It is literally a fighter's dream. And he tells these wild stories about his early days. Seriously, can you imagine showing up to a fight and you don't even know what the other guy looks like? You just walk into the venue and have to figure out who you're about to get in the ring with. No YouTube videos to study, no fancy game plan. It was just raw, old school fighting. And he says that's what forged the mindset he has today. Okay. But this isn't just a personal quest for him. Nope. There is a huge business angle to all of this. And it all revolves around one name, Misfits. So how did this even happen? Well, according to Tate, it starts with KSI posting a tweet that rubbed him the wrong way. Tate's response? Well, in his words, long story short, I took his company from him. So now he's a part owner in Misfits, which makes his comeback, well, it just makes sense from a business perspective, right? Why not fight for an organization you own a piece of? So you gotta understand he's wearing two hats here. He's the fighter, but he's also the businessman. His whole plan is to use his massive fame to blow up Misfits, shake up the boxing world, and make sure everybody involved makes a whole lot more money. All right, so you're making a comeback. Who's the first opponent? And look, Tate isn't taking the easy route here. No warm-up fight. He's going straight for the top dog, the current Misfits heavyweight champ. And here's the really smart part. Tate is the one telling you all the reasons he should lose this fight. He's like, yeah, this guy Chase is the champ. He's bigger than me. He's younger. He's active. It's classic fight promotion 101, right? You build up your opponent, make yourself the underdog. That way, if you pull off the win, it looks even more incredible. So what's his secret weapon? What's his ace in the hole? It's all mental. He's betting that his experience, all those years in the ring, and his unique mindset will be more than enough to beat a bigger, younger champion. Now, for a long time, the criticism against Tate was that he was dodging big fights to protect his image, his brand. So what does he say about that now? He says he feels zero pressure. The only real pressure, in his mind, is being too scared to even step in the ring. He actually calls this mindset his superpower. And it's a pretty interesting way to look at it. He's basically trying to take winning and losing completely out of his head. He's not focused on the outcome. For him, it's just about the job. Show up, do what you've trained your butt off to do, and that's it. And make no mistake, this isn't just a one-off thing. Tate is looking at this as the start of something much, much bigger. Get this, he's saying once he's in fight shape, why stop? He's talking about bringing back that old school style, fighting maybe 10 times a year. And of course, in true fight promoter fashion, he says there's a long list of people who need punching in the face. So this opens the door to some absolutely wild matchups. And there's one that's got the internet going crazy. What about a tag team match? Andrew and his brother Tristan versus Jake and Logan Paul. But hold on. His brother Tristan immediately pumps the brakes. He's basically saying what a lot of boxing fans are probably thinking. Tag team? That's pro wrestling stuff. Is that even a real sport? But Andrew's response, it just cuts through all of that noise. He doesn't even debate it. He just says, let's run it. I'm the CEO, and boom. That right there is the perfect reminder that he's not just a fighter in this thing anymore. He's the boss. He calls the shots. And that leaves us with a really big question, doesn't it? This whole thing with Andrew Tate, it's more than just one guy's comeback. It could be a peek into the future of sports. A future where the lines between being the athlete, the promoter, and the owner just completely disappear. So is this the new model, where the stars don't just play the game, they actually own it? You can bet the entire sports world is watching to see what happens next.